Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Sorry for what happened, the computer turned off. Okay, now you can see the screen. How many participants do we have? Not many. Rashid?
Yeah.
Rashid, where are you? Karam? Liana Weiss, can you answer me?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I want to see how many participants do we have? 24, that's good.
We're 24.
Okay, I'll start. Now, as we said, conditional tenses are used, and again, be careful to the word used, because grammar is function, grammar is use. They are used for 3 cases. 2, speculate about what could happen in, when we say could happen, is it future, present, or past? You can answer me. It's okay if you will unmute yourselves. Could happen. Yeah, what could happen in the?
Future.
Future, yes. What might have happened in the?
Past.
Past, excellent. And what we wish would happen?
Prediction.
Prediction for
Future.
What? Future. Now, these are the cases in which we need the conditionals. We need the conditionals. Now, this is a summary, and you will find this PowerPoint on eSchool, inshallah, after the class. The conditionals are how many types we said? 3 main types. Type 0 and 1, they are under the same umbrella. Why? Because type 0 and type 1, both are used for the same function, which is the real present, the real present. Type 2 is different than type 3. Type 2 is about unreal present. Type 3 is about unreal past, and we are going to talk more about these types after this slide. This is only a summary. Now, mixed type, mixed conditionals, you are not supposed to know anything about this in this stage, in this level. In grade 7, you are not supposed to learn mixed tenses. Wait till grade 8, because it's a little bit complicated. It's not the time to work with it. Now, if we start with 0 conditional, and it's called 0 because it has nothing. It's empty-handed. 0 means nothing. It has nothing. There are no additions. No additions in the sentence. You don't add anything. So this is why it's called 0 conditional. 0 conditional, we don't add anything to the sentence. 0 conditional has only one use. It's used with real things which don't change now in the present. They don't change in the present. Permanent things, real things in the present. And for, if you can remember, it's for, it starts with T. Starts with T, the word starts with T. Who can remember? Starts with T. General, TR.
Truth.
Truth, excellent, for general truth. So type 0 conditional is used for real present and for general truths and scientific facts. One famous example is, if you heat ice, it melts. If you heat ice, it melts. Do we have any helping verbs in this sentence? Any auxiliaries? Do we need to add anything to make this sentence correct? No. If 0 conditional is used for general truth, scientific facts, and the structure is as the following. If we start with F, then of course the preposition or the subject. If you heat ice, it melts. If you heat ice, it melts. Now, the pronoun here, if you heat ice, it melts. It's not, it doesn't refer to the same person. If you heat, it melts. Different what? Antecedents. If you heat, it melts. If you heat ice, what's the tense of the verb heat? What's the tense, Jude? Lean, Karam, Hamza. What's the tense of heat? Is it past?
Present.
Simple.
Simple present, of course, it's simple present. Do we need to add ing? Do we need to
No.
add, need to add
No.
or anything? No, this is why it's zero. We don't add anything. It's in the simple present form, and we don't add s here because we have you. We don't say if you heats. We say if you heat ice, it melts. Melts is in the simple present. We didn't add anything. Don't tell me that we added this s. This is not for the verb. This s is for the subject. It refers to the subject. Sorry, it's there because of the subject. Because we have it, here we have this s added to the verb. But it's zero conditional because it's a scientific fact. Again, what's the function of zero conditional? We talk about general truth, about things which are real in the present. If we say, if you heat ice, it melts. Can this change tomorrow? Or if we heat ice today, it melts, but tomorrow it doesn't melt? No, it's a general fact. This thing is real in the present and every time. It's a general fact or a general truth or scientific fact. Another example to make this clear.
Teacher?
Yes, honey.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but for how long were you explaining?
5 minutes?
Because for me, the meeting just ended.
Because of the electricity. Sorry for that.
Oh, okay.
No, the electricity with me also. The electricity turned off in my computer. I'm sorry for that. Now, but I repeated everything, Judy. Now, another example. If it rains, the grass gets wet. This is also a fact. If it rains, the grass gets wet. Okay, when it rains, the grass gets wet. Does this change? For example, in 2005, when it rains, grass gets wet, and in 2010, it doesn't? No. It's real in the present and every time, all the time. It's a fact, a truth, general fact or scientific fact or general truth. Is it clear, dears? Okay. There is another note I have to tell you that with zero conditional, you can replace if with when. And it's a nice way to vary your technique when you write. For example, if you're writing a composition, a story, in a sentence you use if, in another sentence you use when. This is why we learn English, to write English perfectly. We know how to use if conditionals to use them in writing. You can use if, you can use when, and both have the same meaning. Okay, now let's do a few questions together to make this more clear for everyone. Complete the conditional sentences type what? Type 0. Sorry, here it's 0 in English, not Arabic. Number 1, the first sentence, if people eat too much, they get fat. It's a fact. It's a fact. You eat too much, you get fat. If people eat too much, they get fat. This is a fact. So I use conditional 0. Who can answer this sentence? Lien? Do you have any Lien? Lien Arar? Mariam Yassin, where are you?
Yeah, here, teacher.
Mariam. Okay, Mariam, honey. Can you answer this sentence for me? Do we need to add anything? This is a general fact, general truth. We use conditional type 0. So what do we need to do with the verbs here? If people eat too much, they get fat.
If people eat too much, they will get fat.
If people eat too much, they
will get fat.
They get, excellent, they get fat. We said it's type 0, honey. We don't add anything. Clear?
Okay.
We don't add anything. It's type 0. Number 2, Nada Hazza. Where are you, Nadush? Having breakfast maybe?
Yes.
Having your coffee?
No.
Okay. Okay, dear. Let's answer the second one. If you touch a fire, you get burned. Do we need
If you touch.
If you touch,
A fire, you get burned, you don't change anything.
Get burned. Excellent. We don't change anything. The third sentence, the third one, people die if they not eat. It's a fact, but who can do this for himself or herself? People die if they not eat. People, Hamza, Muhannad, Tala,
Yes, teacher.
Tutu, how are you?
I'm fine.
So much. Can you do the third sentence for me, dear?
Okay. People die if they don't eat.
Excellent. People die if they, here, I can't say not eat because we have negation. And I think you already know that with not, we have to call something to come and help us in this sentence. What I need here is don't. Why I call do to join this negation mark? Don't eat, because they, we don't say if they doesn't eat, okay? Why shouldn't we say if they aren't eating? It's zero conditional, present simple, present simple. And for present simple with not, we either use do or does. How do we differentiate between do and does? It's up to the subject itself. If the subject is he, she, it, we use does. I, we, you, they, we use do. This is how we help ourselves when we work with grammar. Step by step, okay? They takes what don't, not doesn't. You get water if you mix hydrogen and oxygen. Everyone who knows me knows that I hate chemistry. I'm really bad at chemistry and I don't like it, but I can remember this from grade 10. You get water when you mix hydrogen and oxygen. Is this information true?
Yes.
Yes.
Mix, if you mix them, you make water.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so it's a fact, it's a scientific fact. You, Hamza, where is Hamza? Muhannad, hello. Okay, Karam, Ali, Noor. Okay, you, who can answer this? Who can answer this? Karam Lattal, Jana Nashwan. Jana?
Yes.
Okay, can you do this sentence for me, dear?
Yes. Sorry, just let me zoom out. The fourth one, right?
Yes, you get water if you mix hydrogen and oxygen. What should I do with the verb?
You get water if you mix.
Excellent.
It's just leave
Do
it
we
like that.
change anything, dear?
No.
Now, a very tricky question for only clever students. We said that with conditionals, we use simple present. But the verbs here that we didn't change are in the base form or bare infinitive, you know, verb one, the base form. So what do we say? Do we say these verbs are in the bare form, bare infinitive, or simple present? Lilkumi. Layla. Nada. Do we say these verbs get here, not here? Get here, not here. Is it in this one? Is it simple present or bare infinitive?
Simple present.
Who answered me?
Anna, Nada.
Nada. +1 for Nada. +1, not marks. I'll buy you chocolate when you come to school. Okay. You get water if you mix hydrogen and oxygen. If anyone asked you this question, ever asked you this question, the verbs between brackets are always in the bare form. They are bare infinitive, base form, okay? No additions. There is no tense here because they are between brackets and we are asking you to change them. So they don't have any tense, no time, no form. But when you take this and use it in the sentence, look at this word, use it in the sentence, use it in the sentence, it takes tense. It has tense here because we are using it. Once we use the verb, it has tense, okay? Again, between brackets, it has no tense, bare infinitive. When we start using it, when you use the verb, it has tense, and the tense here is the present simple. Clear? Move. The following sentence, snakes, I hate snakes. Snakes bite if they be scared. This is a piece of information. I believe it's correct that snakes don't attack people. They don't attack people. They bite only if they be scared. And again, if is a condition when we say conditional, because if is a condition. If you touch something, something happens to it. If you do, something happens. If something happened, this would happen. So there's a condition. Okay, I'm putting conditions here to the sentence. So the condition here in this sentence says that snakes don't bite unless you scare them. So this is a fact. Snakes bite if they be scared. Tricky sentence for clever students. Let's see. Okay, who can answer this? One of the boys, one of the young men there, hiding behind their screens. No one? Okay, ladies. Who can answer this sentence? Snakes bite if they be scared.
Teacher, can I answer it?
Can I?
Can I?
Snakes bite if they be
Haneen?
scared.
Haneen?
Yes.
Hello, Haneen. Yes, it's your sentence, Haneen. Come on.
Snakes bite if they had been scared.
Snakes bite, correct. Wait, don't talk to each other.
They were scared.
Wait. Honey, snakes bite, okay, simple present. Bee, you know the bee family, the big family, the mother and
Is
They are.
where was.
bee has kids like is, and are in the present simple. Choose one of them.
Are.
Are, excellent, are. If they are scared. Can I ask a question here? Scared ends with ed, but it's not a verb. It's an.
The ed is the origin. It's original from the sentence itself.
Who's an adjective? Excellent. It's an adjective. Scared here is an adjective. Some students, I suppose they are smart, but they are mistaken sometimes. They think that are scared is here the passive voice. Is it correct? Sorry, passive voice, yeah. Is it correct?
No.
Is it passive? Think of the sentence. Snakes bite if they are scared. Scared, is it a verb that ends with ed or an adjective?
It's an adjective.
Adjective.
Okay, think of the sentence. Think of the sentence. Tomorrow, I will start our class with the answer of this. And how can I give you anything? When you come to school, we can wait. Only 2 weeks. Okay? If they are scared, passive voice or this scared is adjective. Hurry up.
It's an adjective.
You want to think?
Teacher, what's the question?
An adjective.
Okay, this is scared. Is it an adjective or a verb in the passive voice?
It can be a verb since the original is scared.
Who has an answer?
An adjective.
It's
If
an
they are-
adjective.
Adjective.
Teacher,
Are you
it's
sure?
the original, like, if you take the original word, it's scare. So
Okay,
we
yeah.
add the ed.
If you want to check if this is in the passive voice or not, make it active. Switch the sentence. As simple as this. Okay, instead of they, put we.
Teacher, it's an adjective.
Snakes bite if we
Teacher,
Scare them.
an adjective.
scare them.
It's an
Is
Adjective.
Scare them.
if we scare them.
Adjective.
It's an
Scare
adjective.
them. So it's
An adjective.
an adjective.
No, if we scare them.
Listen, switch the sentence. If we scare them, switch it. If they are scared. If you want to make sure if the sentence is passive or the verb, it's not a verb, it's an adjective, just switch the sentence, change it into active voice, okay? Change it, the sentence be like what? Snakes bite if we scare them. So if they are scared is a sentence in the passive voice, okay? Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. To make sure, just switch the sentence. Okay, sorry. The last one, if babies, who raised his or her hand? If babies hungry, they cry.
Teacher, can I answer?
Yes, please. What's your name?
Jude.
Jude. Yes, Habibti.
If babies are hungry, they cry.
If babies are hungry, excellent, they cry. Why didn't you change the verb cry?
Because present simple.
Present simple, yes. Before we stop, I want to change the last sentence. If a baby, let's work on this one. If a baby hungry, what do we say?
Was.
In the present,
Oh,
honey.
is
Is hungry.
It's
Is
hungry.
hungry.
Is hungry.
It cries. There's an
He
S in
cries.
the end.
He cry, E-S-I-E-S, okay? And before we stop, it's really important because we are working with the simple present that I'll do a quick revision with spelling rules. Spelling rules for adding what? S. When do we add S? If the verb ends with, we add S. When do we add ES?
Why?
why?
When do we add EIES?
Ends when it
We
ends
add
with
S
Y.
with all
Yes,
verbs,
when it, yeah,
most verbs. With ES,
when there is no E at the end.
with verbs
But
that
there's an S at the end.
CH, X, Z,
And
what else?
Z, yes.
IES,
When it ends with Y.
Why?
When it ends with Y.
Why? Yes.
Why? Okay, the word,
No, it,
not any Y. Y preceded by what?
a vowel.
A vowel.
Consonant.
Yes.
Y. Like cry. Before the Y we have I. R is a consonant.
Yes, it's not a
Change the
vowel.
Y into IES. Got the idea?
Yes, sir.
Play. What's before the Y?
A vowel. So we will
A vowel. So with the vowels, we don't change the Y, we only add S.
add S. Yes.
To help you remember this, take this note from me. A vowel can't preceded by another vowel. I can say AI, okay? Vowel, not accepted. So we don't add IES. But a consonant, it's okay to add a vowel
Yes.
after the consonant.
Yes.
Remember, vowel doesn't work. Okay, get the
Yes.
idea?
Yes.
This is everything about conditionals type 0. Tomorrow we'll take type 1 and we'll be lucky if we finish type 1 and 2. Now, I will upload this PowerPoint to Mayar eSchool. You can do quick revision. If you want to prepare yourself for tomorrow, it's okay. Read more about conditionals in our PowerPoint, and good luck for today. See you tomorrow. Till tomorrow, I will miss you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a nice day, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss.